Alright, we are live with another game. This time it is Chile playing Phoenix. It is Isawa Mayo playing Burning Cat Quali 2020. He's playing IMS, Secret Void. Manicured Garden, Appalling Authority, Busaido, Kurumori, and Shameful. So, what does he have in box? Manicured, perhaps? Interesting. Because these two can't be on box. So for Dynasty, I see a lot of neutral characters here. I see, some champion stuff. I like. See, I could Totori, Armored Artisan for the honor, 2 Fushichos. Interesting to have Fushicho with no charge or 4 Berserkers. Sakutsuki, just gonna make sure I'm not missing anything. Seppun Ishikawa makes an appearance here. Ooh, that's juicy. Also Miyasatoshi. Nice. The Mystic Heart Magistrate Satori as well. Interesting to not go for Mia Library here. He does have Miwaku Kabe though. I'm liking this deck. It's also running once to do the spirits, because there's a lot of glory in this deck. Totori, Sukune, the box. And 2 Cloak of Night, 3 Purity of Spirit. Yeah, it does run a lot of Bushis. To Favor of the Kami for that +1 glory. Magnificent Kimono for the Pride, both on your opponent and on yourself. 3 Finger Jade to protect against dishonor. Good stuff. And of course, Fushikai. Whoa, that's a sword. No one here yet. Okay, so let's have a look at the Scottish deck from Card Game DB. It is Kyrd Nikoma, Keeper of Air. I can almost not read this. So the premises are Dishonorable Assault, Manicured, Revel's Shameful, Upholding. So probably Dishonorable on box is going to be quite big against this Glory Phoenix, I think. And then we see what looks like kind of a mid-rangey lion here. We don't see a tower because there's only 8 attachments, and it doesn't look like Swarm because there's a lot of big stuff. It's pretty mid-range, this deck. Just leveraging big bodies, the good Dynasty of the Lion deck. With some honor stuff, so Soulbound Reproach. 3 Voice of Honor though. Whoa. 1 Sincere, 1 Forebears. Any spicy stuff in the Dynasty? Not really. Running 3 for Shane. It's a bit of a courtier package here with the Styrdo Law as well. Yeah. Gonna be interesting to see what this deck does against the big Phoenix Bushi. Okay, so there's another Scottish game going on. Scotland, Chile, they're playing all their games at the same time. We're waiting for the Phoenix, Chilean Phoenix. There's a lot of games going on. There's Germany, Netherlands, there's Canada, Switzerland. So much good stuff. And there's the Scottish one, the Unicorn Mirror, and Spain versus France as well, still going on. So a bunch of great games. So make sure to use that the Twitch split thing that you can use. Not sure what it is or how you do it, but so you can watch all the streams at the same time. Oops, don't want to start Spotify. It's a bad idea. So we're waiting for the Chilean here. I heard there was a bet going around on the Scotland-Chile set. Not sure what that was about. There we go. Okay, so now we're ready. Okay, so this might be that the Scotland and Chile series is decided today, because there's going to be a bunch of games. And here we go. Okay, let's zoom in a bit for your convenience. It is Lion on first player. Looks like. Yep. Pretty good, pretty good. So yeah, I'm wondering what Paltamayo has on the stronghold. Could be manicured, it could be shameful display. It's definitely not upholding Kurimori or Sampo Cruzeiro, because that would be quite silly. mcvee mulliganing his whole dynasty, searching for something particular. Not sure what. It's gonna be interesting to see these mid-range. That was the theory when Cute Nakoma was first spoiled, that it was gonna be a mid-range deck. A lot of people thought that. So maybe mcvee is still on that idea, and with the Lion Dynasty, that's not a bad idea. It still works. So we see the strong Lion's Pride Brawler, still a great first turn pick here as first player. Let's move this here. Paltamayo is deciding on whether or not he actually wants to buy something here. Might be just a waste of resources with the Lion's Pride Brawler. Sometimes it's just the best thing to pass, get the Fate, and get ready for next turn instead. Let him have the one break. But Paltamayo is gonna contest this with Hantai Sotori. This is gonna get interesting. If mcvee finds Shameful Display or Sampo Cruzeiro, that's kind of bad. Well, Sampo Cruzeiro is actually a pretty good find here, because you can just boost and then bow. You see a bunch of cards for Paltamayo. Forgotten Library is a good card. So yeah, attacking in here feels really scary. We see a 4 bid from Paltamayo. Was there anything that cared about honor in the Lion deck? Not really. There's a Regal Bearing. That could be something. Lowering the value of that. Could make sense. And also he has Subdue the Spirits, needs to be more honorable. Okay. So maybe he's going for that. Now the Scottish are rolling in here. Robbie being finished with his game. The other guys that are not playing currently. There's at least one other Chile Scotland game going on right now. See an early Fine Katana going on this Lion's Pride Brawler here. I think we might see a firing here, perhaps. Some Greeks. A lot of people watching, spectating, not watching the stream. I need my viewers, need the money. Firing seems like the most reasonable choice, honoring line spread brawler, or if there's no defense from Satori, dishonor him. Ooh, and he finds opposing authority, so probably not a defense here from Paltamayo. I read it as Paltamayo has left the game, like a rage quit. It was Pata del Mal. Just a Chilean player, I think. I think he was in the other game I casted. Yeah. How did the unicorn mirror go? Did Robbie win? Was it Chile? So we say no defense. Paltamayo thinking a lot about this conflict here. Deciding not to defend and probably a pass here. Or we might see, yeah, just a pass, so this Satori is gonna get bowed. So no return conflict for Paltamayo, that's too bad. Oh, we see ready for battle though, I missed that. What's the splash? It's Sashimono, Heroic Resolve, and ready for battle, that's a cool splash. And 45 cards in the conflict deck, oh that's great. A lot of jank here. That ready for battle is huge actually. Ageless Crone at home, okay. Just to ensure that he gets a second conflict this turn. Okay, so you see the hand. Assassination, that's not gonna matter. Censor, maybe. 2 for shames, 3 voice of honor. Yeah, those are gotta go, I think. Or does Paltamayo think that he can out honor the line? There is good reason to take the 4 shames as well, I think. Just because of the high glory. Goes for the voices of honor, okay. So playing safe, he has some big events in his hand that he wants to play. Fair enough, fair enough. And we see the dishonor on Satori. So Paltamayo has to be careful here. He could find Minute Rebels. That would be very bad. Unless he has another one of these ready for battles. I think we might see a pass of a conflict, okay. Problem means that he has a bunch of sensors in hand and wants to go for the favor. And I guess not risk a Midnight Revel's hit here. Phoenix players, they love their favor. See the people. Watering, that's an interesting choice to say the least. What's the reason to go water here? Ooh, and I find some Crusader, so that's a straight honor on Satori, I think. I wonder why he goes water here. That does nothing in this board. Unless he wants to defend against the Satori. Oh. Baltamar is considering defending here. He has the 3 glory. He is gonna win it if he defends. Because he knows exactly what's in mcvee's hand. It is. Oh, he has the 4 shames. I'm silly. Of course he can't defend this. There is no reason to defend here. The double 4 shame. So I guess he just stands for favor, yeah, probably. I'm gonna guess that he's taking so much time on each decision that he has his whole team behind him. Oh right, the Pride Brother doesn't ready here, so he can just go for an attack here. If he wants to, he could go for favor instead. If he does go for favor, that pretty much tells mcvee that he has a bunch of sensors in hand. Baltamar does run 3. And there's the Void Ring, okay. Could go on the Ageless Crown just to get rid of a body, or on the Lion's Pride Brawler to ensure that he can go water next turn and just bow it first thing, so mcvee doesn't get to attack with it. Both options are valid, I think. Ooh, and find some holding. That's a great find. Satori only being a 1. I think Baltamar is completely okay with this. So Satori gets honor. And it does get rid of the Ageless Crown, okay. Interesting choice to use Ageless Crown in such a event-heavy deck. He could have used the Ageless Crone on 14 service to my lord. I think he had one. He didn't? Okay, no in service. Never mind. And now we see the Imperial stuff. See Seppen Ishikawa, that's great. Did he run before the throne as well? No, it was Manicure, okay. Ishikawa, that's a great choice here. A 3-3-4-3. It's great. Might see Satoshi. He already has a big military body. I'm gonna guess that it's Satoshi. Try to find a dupe for Satori. Paltamayo has taken almost 12 minutes of his time here. While mcvee is only on 5 minutes. Judging by the breaks, this might come in important in a while. We're gonna be here all night. You see Kiyono for mcvee. Probably gonna see a Satoshi trigger here. Or counting for fate, no. We see, hey, he does find a Satori dupe, that's great. Might see Ishikawa get discarded here. Wants to keep the Ishikawa, okay. Ishikawa currently a 4-4 if he gets on the table. That's unicorn stats, strong. Okay, we do see the Spirit Caller. There is a Totori in the Discord pile, so I guess why not? And we see the dupe and a pass from mcvee. So a bit low on cards and fate, mcvee. And we see another low bid from Paltamayo here. Really going for that honorable, more honorable status. Which kind of tells that he has a Subdue the Spirits in hand. I guess. Subdue the Spirits is such a interesting card. It is not great. Giving +3 on Satori and a +2 on Satoshi for 2. That's a total +5. Could be +8 to fate. Could be a +10. Okay, you win a conflict, sure. Yeah, it's an interesting card. Very expensive. Very expensive considering the Dynasty deck that Paltamayo has. He has a lot of big characters that he wants to have on the board for a long time. See a Finger of Jade. That is going to be important against the 4 Shames. Okay, so we See the conflict now? It's going political. This might probably be a clarity of purpose. Do we see clarity of purpose? What does mcvee have in row? He has shameful, revels, manicure, upholding. I've already seen upholding. Ooh, and it's revels. That's rough. Probably gonna see a bow on Satoshi here. Yep. We see a second ready for battle. He does run 3. Doesn't look like it. Oh, there is. Second ready for battle played. Oh, that's great. I love it. Seeing a bunch of ready for battle list today. I saw in the unicorn match, in the unicorn mirror. Was it a Chilean player as well? Played ready for battle. No. I think it was Robisaurus. Is my chat dead? I haven't seen any messages. Or is everyone just lurking, watching all the games? We do see a defense from mcvee with the Kiono. Might see a court games here if he runs that. I think he does. Yeah, of course. 3-bid pretty much shuts off Regal Bearing as well. Shame to dishonor Satoshi. It's the first for shame. We know it has at least the second one. Baltamayo also, of course, on court games. 2 court games only. Okay. Ooh, Damian's Gunbai for Baltamayo. It's going to be a sure win for Satori. Baltamayo makes sures with the 2-bid. So he's bidding low, Baltamayo, and is still... He's bidding low on the draw bid. But then he bids to win on the duels. So it's not on the dishonor strategy, it's definitely on conquest. Ooh, and we see a court games to dishonor Satori as well. So now Baltamayo is down to 4. Doesn't want an honor Satori. And the pride. I guess with that court games, mcvee signals that he doesn't really want to win this conflict. Because then that court games would have been wasted. Because the the honor on Kiono would have been the same stats. That makes sense. There we see the clarity of purpose on Satori. This is a pretty good conflict for Baltamayo. He survived the Midnight Revels. He's gonna get Satori honored unless this Soldier Beyond Approach gets through. So that is very interesting indeed, that he had a Soldier Beyond Approach. For the win here. But I guess then he needed to court games to actually win this conflict, so yeah. Interesting stuff going on here. Would have been cool if we could hear what the teams are saying to their players, even though I don't know Spanish or Scottish. I had a Scottish friend once. I had him talk very slowly to me. So mcvee wins that conflict and Satori stays dishonored. Strong 3-2. Now we might see a water conflict here probably from the Lions Tribe Brawler. Or if he wants, he could do Void. Void is a very valid choice here. To get Totori and double Void, either Satori or Satoshi. But then he won't get another conflict, so probably he could go like some sneaky stuff, political water with the Lions Tribe Brawler. Bao Satori, ready Kiono, go military with Kiono, and then Void, military Void, Kiono, and then Spirit Collar in Totori. That could be a line of play. Looks like mcvee is gonna go for the. He's gonna save Totori for next turn. He's gonna go water here. I mean, sure, if he uses Totori here, he could ready both Kiono and Kitsu Spirit Collar to ensure that he gets both the favor and the break. That wouldn't be so high value, I think. So he's probably gonna save Totori for next turn when he's first player. Not sure if my chat works. If you're writing stuff to me, I'm sorry. I can't see it for some reason. So he finds Manicured Garden. Okay. Then it's most definitely Shameful under Stronghold, yeah. Because it can't be anything else. And we see no defense. There is going to be a discarded Finger of Jade. Unless he has the third ready for battle and he wants to use it. Nope. Finger of Jade is gone. Alright. So this is most definitely gonna break. It could be Display of Power. But that's a pretty weak Display of Power as well. I mean, it might ensure that he doesn't get a second break on him. Yeah, he most definitely has a Display of Power in hand. But it is not the greatest display. Ever recorded? Oh, it is a Display Power. Okay. So this is gonna ready Satoshi. That means that Satori probably can go back on Midnight Rebels and get honored. And maybe get the Void Ring. Ooh, this is actually a big Display of Power when you come to think of it. Which I didn't at first. Really getting hyped for our games. I'm so ready to play. Even though I'm playing like super jank deck and pretty much everyone else is in our team. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna wreck some shit. Paltamayo passes his conflict though. Okay, that's interesting. He's really going defensive here. Oh. I really wonder what's in Paltamayo's hand. Because not attacking means that his hand is probably full of trash. Only trash. But mcvee is still gonna go for the conflict here, get the fate. He's not gonna get the favor, so I guess why not? Get some fate for next turn, maybe go void or fire for the first conflict. Gonna go for Kurimori here though. That is sure. Get the reveal while you can. I mean, if you had waited until next turn and gotten 2 breaks next turn, like or if you gotten a break on Kurimori next turn instead, could have denied Paltamayo 1 fate, but what's 1 fate, right? 1 fate is nothing. See the double defense here, and that's going to be a pride trigger on Satori. So yeah, maybe it was a mistake to attack at all, because Satori is going to get buffed here with pride, unless mcvee has another surprise. He has A for shame, but Spirit Color is not a courtier. So what's it gonna be, mcvee? Nothing. Okay, so Satori gets honored, Paltamayo gets the ring, gets the favor, and that is a problem for mcvee, I think. Now sensors online. Things are gonna get huge. And I still can't see my chat. Oh, he wasn't about to get the favor. He got the favor with the heroic result. So that turned out really bad for mcvee, actually. Giving Paltamayo that fate, so we could afford a heroic result. Oops. Oh, he didn't need to use... he didn't need to play the heroic result because he had 2 rings. He removed one with the Ancestral Shrine. That was what confused me. Okay. That was what confused me. That's a hard sentence to say. That was what. we're gonna see Paltamayo on first player here. Might see a juicy water. No, it's mcvee on first. Okay. Centaur is interesting here. I think he's on Call to War. No, he does not run Call to War. Okay. We see Mozzo instead. 2 Fate. Fortunately for Paltamayo, he has a favorable ground. And again, Seppo Nishikawa makes an appearance. That's great. 22 players in the spectators. Wow. What are you guys doing? Come watch it with me instead, please. No, I'm just kidding. Some people prefer to watch in silence or support their players on site, more or less. You might see a Mystic buy here for mcvee to get rid of Heroic Resolve or Sashimono that might come up. Paltamayo is considering whether to buy the Serene Warrior or the Armament Artisan. Armament. That's also hard to say. Armament Artisan. He is down 2 breaks though. And only has 16 minutes left on the clock. So he really needs to pick up the pace, both in playing and on breaking. Because there are no tiebreaker points here. Ooh, and he finds his restricted card, and that is a great find. Putting it on Sampo Crusader makes that a real fortress. It's not gonna get broken anytime soon, I think. The Serene Warrior. Yeah, that's 6, 9, plus 3. 12. That's more glory than I have in my whole deck. It's crazy. We do see the Mystic buy here. Okay. mcvee does get the Passing Fate. Do we see Paltamayo go for another low bid here? Or has he decided that enough is enough? He has higher honor. So we can just go for the cards here. I think going for the cards. Yep. The honor swings. Actually, mcvee going for a 3 bid here. That is interesting. Maybe mcvee is fearing the Subdue the Spirits. He does have... No, he discarded the Voice of Honor, so no cancels for Lion player. Just gotta check. Yeah, okay. So if mcvee goes, is not gonna go for the win this turn, I think he's gonna go for the Void Ring here. Which of course means that he has to go for Kurimori, I think. Which means that Paltamayo can just switch it to like air. Although he could go for Sampo Crusader just to use Kyudnikoma here, like poke with Mozzo, pull in Sotori, bow the Serene Warrior. Then there could be an argument to going water actually, to prevent any kind of stands from Paltamayo, other than winning 2 rings and getting the Heroic Resolve. But that's gonna happen with just the Satoshi. That's gonna be hard. mcvee is going for the Political Void instead on Kurimori, so he's going for the second option here. With Kyono, okay. and lands for a brawler. He's gonna go for the attack here. He's gonna go for a break, the stronghold break here. Okay. And we know shameful displays on the stronghold. We do know that he has at least one Force of Shame in hand. And this looks like a Regal Bearing to me as well. Though there are probably at least one sensor in Paltamayo's hand, considering he was considering getting the favor earlier. And the fact that he runs 3 of them. So Paltamayo is once again considering a defense here. He either defends this and hope that it doesn't break, or he doesn't defend at all and save everything for the stronghold. Not sure what is the correct option here. Something is going to get bowed by the Pride Brawler anyways. So he's probably going to have to defend with a lot if he wants to defend this. Tough choice. It very much depends on what is in Paltamayo's hand, I think. Paltamayo really thinking about it here. I wonder how he's gonna swing this game, because mcvee is not burning a lot of resources. He's keeping even footing with Paltamayo in the resource game. He has a bunch of characters on board with Fate. He has a bunch of cards in hand, still a bunch of honors, still a bunch of Fate. Really looks like Paltamayo is on the back foot in this game. He does have the favor, that is something. It is not Canyo District level anymore, but it is still favor. And we do see the big defense here. If he wants to defend like that, I don't see a reason to not defend with the Serene Warrior as well, because of Kudni Koma. But maybe Paltamayo has a ready for battle in hand, a third one in 13 cards. That would have been awesome. No, not in 30 cards, in 18 cards, because he's on 45 card deck. Crazy Chileans. It's great. Love the jank. I love the World Cup. So great. So many weird decks, including our own. Yeah, this tournament is awesome. We get to see Imperial Phoenix with Seppa Nishikawa and Subdued Spirits and Ofushikai. Like, this is a theme deck. And we get to see Lion mid-range, not Tower, not Swarm, not Honor, just regular good old mid-range. Some good old resource management. That's great. True L5R fashion. Paltamayo still taking his time here. Ticking down to soon to be 10 minutes left on the clock. mcvee is sitting on a comfortable 23 minutes. Time is starting to become an issue here for Paltamayo. You're gonna have to start feeling the pressure when you're going down on single digits. Ooh, and we see the court games to dishonor Satori. That's rough. but no censor. Interesting. See the return court games, and that is the first out of 2 court games for Paltamayo. So there is still a second, at least a second for shame in mcvee's hand that we know of, because he had 2 in the beginning. I can't remember what else. I saw an assassination. Yeah, that's all I remember. There's the for shame and the first sensor to hit the board. That's a big sensor. Really big sensor. Now we don't know if mcvee has a third for shame in hand. I think Paltamayo runs 3 clarity. Yeah, 3 clarity. So there might be a clarity of purpose here for our hero Satori. Nope, just a pass. Seeing what else mcvee comes up with here. Bowing the Serene Warrior. That is interesting. Huh. He could have gone for the bow on Satoshi, right? Win the conflict. That bow was pretty superfluous. With Cute Nekoma still standing. But I guess it was kind of to bait out a ready. He wasn't gonna get to use the Pride Brawler anyways, I guess, so why not try? mcvee considering playing another card here. Decides against that, and Satori is finally honored. It only took him like 4 turns. 3 turns, okay. Yeah, mcvee can really play the resource game here. He can just try to... Ooh, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna be a stolen Imperial Palace. The Lion are taking their metal boxes. There's a reference for you. Cowards, the fools. I don't think Paltamayo runs any conflict characters, but it does. It runs 2 Ishkin Initiate and 2 Secret Knowledge. Not gonna see any of that from Paltamayo. So probably just gonna be a solid break on Sampu Cruzeiro with Centauro. Ooh, this might be like double Earth or double Fire. He's gonna play the Service to my Lord here. That is very interesting. Seeing as Paltamayo doesn't have anything on board. And no readies, no characters, doesn't run in service, no. Guess he's not gonna go for the palace. It's gonna have Kiono stand for favor instead, even though she read this at the end of conflict. Well, who can tell? Probably the Scots, since they're the ones playing. Paltamayo passes his conflict with no characters ready, and this is going to be the return attack for mcvee. Good thing for Paltamayo is though that that Void Ring got just disappeared. He was able to defend that, so he didn't get his whole board voided from like a Totori. This looks like a double firing, or just save maybe. Yeah, probably he probably saves Totori. No, he doesn't, because Spirit Call is going to go away. This is going to be a full attack, and it's going to be a double fire, probably a Dishonor on Satori and the Serene Warrior. That's going to be hard to take back. Paltamayo ticking down to 7 minutes. No defense and probably a pass. Second display of power could be pretty good here. Gonna see a Seeker Knowledge played into the conflict instead. Okay. Doesn't run any for shames. Why does he play the Seeker Knowledge here, I wonder? Palace is gonna get stolen, that's for sure. And there's Totori for the 10 glory. I'm really not sure what this Secret Knowledge play is about. And I wish I had the chat with me so you guys could state the obvious that I'm missing here. But I don't really see what's gonna happen here. Oh, we run Seal of the Phoenix. That's interesting. Oh, right, because of Totori, so you can champion Totori with Ofushikai. That's cool. I mean, I like this deck, I really do. Looks like the Lion mid-range is gonna outvalue it. Paltamayo really ticking down the clock here, down to 6 minutes. And yeah, I'm not really sure how he gets back in this game after this. Board is gonna get dishonored. He could even drag in Satori. I mean, it's gonna get pulled out, I guess, with Fable Ground. So that wouldn't happen. I don't think mcvee has used his tactical ingenuity yet. No. We see Paltamayo moving home. This is most definitely a harpoon on Satori to get that dishonor. Now that the favorable ground is gone. Yep. Satori is pulled into the conflict. He's gonna get dishonored. And Serene Warrior is gonna get dishonored, and I think Satori is gonna get dishonored again unless he wants to cover up and dishonor the Prodigy, the Secret Knowledge instead. But I think it's gonna be Satori and the Serene Warrior. Semi-Mystic, discarding Heroic Resolve, just to make sure that he doesn't forget about it. After my passes, he has nothing to do here. Don't think he can do anything at all, pretty much. And there's the tactical ingenuity, finding. What does the mcvee find? Seems like an important choice here. Going for the third for shame. Ooh, that's gonna be big with everything dishonored. Yeah, this game is done. Done, done, done. Done, done, done. Some Crusade is broken. Satori is dishonored, and Totori is gonna dishonor the Serene Warrior as well, probably. Yep. That is a dead board. 0, 0, 0, 2, 3, 2. Ouch. Paltamayo is gonna get a token attack here on Midnight Revels. Probably not gonna break anything though. Fortunately. I mean, if this deck can get rolling, like an Honored Satori with the Sashimono in hand, and Heroic Resolve, that's a big dude. Backed up by Sensors and Fushikai Totori, I guess. And Serene Warriors with 4 glory. Yeah, okay, this deck can do stuff, but it was kind of shut down from the beginning by that Lion's Pride Brawler first turn. Really strong. mcvee does not defend and passes. Paltamayo is still ticking down the clock here. Exciting stuff. Are we gonna see the Stronghold break first, or is Paltamayo gonna time out this game? What is gonna happen? Find out soon. On Dirty DDD's twitch.tv. In the World Cup 2020 for L5R. Chile versus Scotland. High Mountains versus High Mountains. Or something like that. Highlands? I don't know. Oh, we're gonna see the Ishkin Initiate as well. To go for the break here. There is an assassination in mcvee's hand though. We do still know that. So if mcvee wants to, can just, yeah. Boom goes the Ishkin. Ouch. So no break here, unfortunately for Paltamayo. He's just not gonna get back in this game. Now he's down on cards, he's down on fate, he's down on board. Technically he's not down on board and not on cards, but yeah. There's a tactical ingenuity on the board. Let's get the favor though. That's something. because mcvee forgot to steal the palace. That could be important here. Maybe Paltamayo gets something here. Could like go political with like Satori, get a clarity purpose on, get him honored, break a province, and then like play like hell to turn this game around. Because you can always turn a game around in Alpha War, even if it doesn't look like it. Ooh, and that's a pretty meh flop for mcvee actually. 2 Ujiakis, he doesn't want that. We might see Seasonal War here after Kiono. And maybe the Berserker. Just to find something else. And deny Paltamayo a card from the Forgotten Library. Gonna have to decide fast though. He's gonna play the Armament Artisan as well. Which is good because one of his characters are gonna get honored because of the Shameful Display. So I think that's a good buy. mcvee decides to go for the Ujiaki, okay. I mean, he has a bunch of stats, so sure, why not? And Seasonal War. Okay, that's gonna be a bunch of nothing for both players. We do see a dupe on Satoshi though, so Paltamayo kind of staying in the game. He's probably gonna have to buy the Mystical. Ooh, Subdue the Spirits is actually gonna be huge here. It's gonna protect him for one conflict, I guess. We do know about the For Shame though. Was there a noble sacrifice? There is no noble sacrifice. There are Stewards of Law though. We see mcvee going for a 2-bid here. Okay. Huh. Finger of Jade on Satori, that's kind of huge actually. Going for a 2-bid here. He has everything in hand that he wants to, I guess. Maybe wants to make sure that he can get a bait attack out of Motsu here. Like attack with Motsu, pull something in and then pull out to favorable ground. It could make sense. And keep the Matsu Berserker in the conflict for the Kyuden Coma trigger. Ooh, that's kind of rough. Ujiaki turning off Revels. Oops. Stuff like that happens. I think mcvee doesn't really care here. Paltamayo only has 1 minute left on the clock, so gonna have to be kind of speedy here. Gotta go fast. Well, mcvee can surely take his time. Probably gonna pull in something here. Maybe the Serene Warrior to protect against Purity of Spirits and Shameful Display. Be something. Let's see, Wave the Lion. That's big. Ooh, and now we see the Sashimono on Satori. So Satori is gonna stay in this conflict and it's gonna be ready for next conflict as well. I think we might see a Harpoon here. Or not so. Probably the Serene Warrior. I mean, realistically, mcvee can just go for the defense here and just play the long game, because Paltamayo is not gonna... Realistically, he's not gonna have time enough to do anything here. But you never know. Maybe he's a Dota 2 player or a StarCraft player. Good macros. Never know. I've never heard of the Chilean StarCraft scene though. I haven't heard much about StarCraft in general though, so can't speak from experience, so to say. Paltamayo with the sensor on the bonsai really wants to break this. Even though he could save the sensors for his box, knowing that there's a way of the line in hand. Paltamayo passes. 43 seconds left. If this game was closer, like if it was stronghold attack now, this would have been really hype. Unfortunately, Paltamayo hasn't really got enough with anything, really, because his board has stayed dishonored the whole game, pretty much. And that is a bad thing with low glory, high glory, I mean, of course. Still, he wants to break this one conflict before he goes out. I respect that. I respect this Chilean player. He wants to have a fight. He wants to win, and he wants to beat the shit out of a Lion player. I respect anyone who beats the shit out of a Lion player. Unicorn represent. Purple team, go. Yeah. I am a non-biased streamer. But mcvee successfully defends. And here comes the stronghold attack. Maybe. You could go just with the Berserker. Or go political. Yeah, just political poke with like Kiono or Ujaki. Yeah, because then Satori can't really defend. Unless there is a clarity of purpose in hand. Because Paltamayo is gonna get one fate here. "13 seconds left. Ticking down slowly but surely. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is game. Well played. Unfortunately for Paltamayo, we didn't get to see his deck in action. I wanted to see some real champion action, Ufushikai Totori. But always nice to see some good old mid-range play. Good fate management, very well played from mcvee. I think most of the time. Keeping a big board, keeping some fate in the pool, keeping some cards, keeping the honor. Yeah, very all-around play from him. So yeah, that's it for this game. I'm wondering how the other games are doing. Looks like the Germany-Netherlands game is still going on. That's gonna be a cool game. Go watch that maybe. Other Scotland versus Chile game is done. Spain versus France. So yeah, go watch Germany and Netherlands. That's gonna be a great game. We have Eric and Crab for some reason. So go watch that. I most certainly will. So thanks everyone for watching, and have a nice day.